Fox Sports.
We are Baltimore. We are Philly.
Perfect afternoon for baseball here at the Big A. It is Fan Appreciation Day, the last regular season game at home as the Angels wrap up the home schedule against the Texas Rangers. Hi, everybody, from inside the Big A. We welcome you back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West along with Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas, and the Halos having split this series with a big win last night. And last night it was all about the long ball. 3 home runs. First time they hit 3 home runs in a game since they had 5 against the Mets back in April.
Great swings, Victor, and take a look at our AT&T Uverse Rewind. You're going to see some fantastic swings. Mike Trout last night, dead center field. Bo Jackson territory for Mike Trout. Now giving him 109 RBI. Albert Pujols, even a 2-run shot to reach the century mark, does that. 2-run home run, now 100 RBIs for Albert Pujols. Big fly, and David Freese with 2 on. His 10th home run of the season, a 3-run home run. The guys that have done it before, Pujols and Freese, are starting to swing the bat well. Mike Trout, well, he's Mike Trout. So this offense is starting to get it rolling once again.
And that's exactly what you want going into the last week of this season. This afternoon, it's Corey Rasmus and the bullpen guys going for the Angels. Nick Tepesch, the right-hander, on the mound for the Texas Rangers. We're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A on Fan Appreciation Day. Sit back and relax. We're going to bring you the lineups in the first pitch when we return. Welcome back to the Big A. Corey Rasmus not wasting any time and starting his warm-up pitches for the finale of this 3-game set, the last regular season home game of the year for the Angels. And we will take a look at Tim Bogar's Texas Rangers at 61-93 had their 7-game winning streak snapped last night by the Halos with that 8-5 victory. And it'll be Leonis Martin leading things off once again in center field. Adam Rosales at first base. Rougned Odor at second. Adrian Beltre, the cleanup hitter, at third. Jake Smolinski back out in right field. Tomas Taylor, who was a DH last night, is catching today. Ryan Rua at left. J.P. Arancibia will serve as the designated hitter. And Luis Sardinhas is batting ninth and playing shortstop. Taking on Rasmus, who's done a nice job filling in the rotation. Although the question has become, and with every start, how long will he go? What's the pitch count going to be? And what Mike Scioscia will do with Corey today.
He still seems to be settling in at 45 to 55 range as far as pitches thrown. And Corey's done a great job as far as starting in those games in which Mike Scioscia has given him that opportunity. Very good ERA, 2.57. But the keys for Rasmus today, use all 4 of his pitches. He's got 4 very good quality pitches he can get outs with and get those quick outs, be able to go deeper for length in the game here today.
Check out the defense quickly for the Angels. Efren Navarro in left, Mike Trout at center, Cole Calhoun in right. The infield has David Freese and Eric Ibar on the left side, Howie Kendrick and C.J. Cron on the right side, and Chris Iannetta behind the plate.
And Eric Ibar has been fantastic. He leads the American League shortstop as far as fielding percentage with .981. Just 10 errors this entire season. Won the Gold Glove in 2011. Looks like he's in position to win his second Gold Glove as well as he plays in that position this year.
We're just about ready to start, and Martin was ready to go, but now backs out. Rangers center fielder hitting .279, 7 home runs, 39 runs batted in. Had an 0 for 4 game last night with 3 strikeouts, all 3 of those punch outs against Jared Weaver. And the first one today is up and away for ball 1. Adam Hamari calling the balls and strikes today. Jim Wolf at first, Ryan Gorman at second, and David Rackley over at third base. Rackley did a nice job behind the plate last night. Very mild temperatures here this afternoon as Martin cuts through the fastball. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Rasmus's last start on the 16th, that was against Seattle. 4 innings, 1 hit, 4 strikeouts through a total of 43 pitches. This one's drilled out toward right center field. A hanging breaking ball. Trout back near the wall. Leaps up, and he got it. Mike Trout timed the leap perfectly, and there's the first out of the ball game.
And why wouldn't he? Showed him in the opening, hitting a home run to dead center field, making an outstanding play in dead center field here today. Talk about some hops. Mike Trout getting back to the wall, leaps up, and makes an unbelievable play to start the game. What a player Mike Trout is. Just the timing of the leap, way up, outstanding play for Trout. Rasmus likes that, knowing that you have an outfield like that is going to catch everything, hit in the air, that stays even close to being in the ballpark. Mike Trout, what a play.
So 1 out, nobody on, and it's Adam Rosales batting in the 2 spot today. Elvis Andrus getting the day off as the first one misses upstairs. Rosales has played first base quite a bit for the Angels, or pardon me, for the or against the Angels, I should say. All 3 games there, and we saw him in Texas playing a lot of first base. Not his normal position. He's bounced around quite a bit. More of a utility player. 295, 4 home runs, and 19 runs batted in. It's in the 9th spot last night. Had a 1 for 3 game.
It's a good changeup for Corey Rasmus, who can throw that when he's even behind in the count.
This one's popped up on the first base side. Cron has the glasses on, and the warning track puts it away for out number 2. Base is clear with 2 down, and Rougned Odor stepping to the plate. Odor at .260 average with 8 home runs and 43 runs batted in. Had a 1-for-3 game last night. RBI single in the 8th inning. Texas made it interesting late. The Angels had an 8-1 lead, but they scored 4 runs in the 8th inning. That forced Mike Scioscia to bring Houston Street into the ballgame, but all he did was set the Rangers down in order in the 9th to pick up his 15th save. Good off speed. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, this Texas club has really swung the bat well of late. Had a 7-game winning streak going into that game last night. But the home run power by the Angels, difference maker. Tim Bogart's done a nice job. 8-6 record as the interim manager for the Rangers.
One ball, 2 strikes. Texas has hit .277 in the month of September. Are 8-10, and that includes that 7-game winning streak. Rasmus trying to finish up a 1-2-3 first inning. That's him toward the middle. Howie to his right has it. And on 10 pitches, Rasmus does have a 1-2-3 inning. Helped out by the defense. Mike Trout on the first batter of the game. A terrific play out in right center.
Boy, timed his leap perfectly, leaps up, an outstanding play to start the game here for the Halos.
As we begin the bottom of the first inning, we'll take a look at Mike Scioscia's starting 9 for the Angels, who are playing in game number 156 at 96-59. Cole Calhoun in right, Mike Trout in center, Albert Pujols at DH today. Howie Kendrick in that cleanup spot, and he's taking a liking to that spot. He's at second, Eric Ivard short, David Freese at third, C.J. Cron at first, Efren Navarro on left, and it's Chris Arnetta behind the plate, batting at 9th as they take on the Kansas City native Nick Tepesch on the mound for Texas.
And Tepesch, fastball is 87-92. Cut fastball, curveball, changeup is 5-10 this season. Keys against Tepesch. Bring the fastball up and multi-hit innings. He will give up a share of hits. You got to bunch them together to score some runs.
Calhoun looks at a fastball that misses down and away for ball 1. Cole hitting .278, 16 home runs, 57 RBIs. Hit the ball hard a couple of times last night, but nothing to show for it, as he ended up going 0 for 5. 2 balls and no strikes. Tepesch just faced the Angels 2 starts ago in Texas. Ended up taking the loss as he gave up 3 runs on 10 hits at 4 2/3 for 93 pitches in those 4 2/3. Also hit a couple of guys, Mike Trout being hit twice. 2-1 count. Trout on deck. 2-2.
He'll break a ball down and in. Tepesch is a guy who you have to bunch hits together because of the fact he's very good as far as slowing down a running game. Very good pickoff move. More likely going base to base against him.
Two to Cole, and he swings through that one. First strikeout. First down here, the first. That'll bring up Mike Trout.
Should be a real interesting at bat.
.290 average, 35 home runs and 109 runs batted in. That's a major league leading 109 RBIs. 83 extra base hits on the season. Picked up his 9th triple yesterday. A 2-for-3 game. That one
got him again.
And Tepesch hits Trout yet again. That's getting pretty tired.
Yeah,
it was tired
3
in Texas.
times.
Again, if you don't have the ability to pitch inside, then you have no business pitching inside.
Yeah, when you hit somebody in almost the exact same spot 3 times. Back to that start in Texas. Right on that tricep area. And back in again.
I'll tell you what. If Albert hits a ground ball, there's a double play situation.
Odor better just run out of the way if it's hit on that left side of the infield.
This is today.
Right in that same tricep area once again.
Pujols, the DH, hitting .275, 27 home runs and 100 runs batted in. 12th 100 RBIs season for Albert. He did it with one swing of the bat with that home run he hit in the 5th inning yesterday. He had a 3-for-4 game. Trout takes off. The pitch is a breaking ball and back in there safely. And a 2-1 count on Pujols.
15th stolen base season. It's not an easy thing to do to steal against Tepesch. He's allowed 3 stolen bases in 9 attempts, 4 pickoffs. Head first slide in a scoring position.
Odor and Trout talking things over. And that was more of Odor saying, hey, I'm glad you stole second base.
Yes. I'm glad it wasn't a ground ball in the infield. Thank you.
Two-one count on Pujols. Big lead for Trout at second. Slider away. It's 3-1.
And I'm looking at all the pitches thrown to Pujols. Just about everything has been away. I know the book on Trout is fastballs up and in.
Howie Kendrick on deck. This one's pulled foul down the line. Tepesch trying to come inside. So full count now. 3-2. That's in the air to left. Playable for Ruam. Martin calls him off and makes a catch. 2 down. Defensively for Texas, Ruam, Martin, and Smolinski in the outfield from left to right. Beltre, Sardinius, Odor, and Rosales from third to first. Taylese behind the plate.
One of the best in the business, one of the best ever at that position. Adrian Beltre, 4-time Gold Glove winner. Twice he's won it for the Rangers. Has committed 11 errors this year. Has turned 23 double plays. There's no one better as far as coming in on a slow roller or with that great range.
Here's Howie Kendrick. He has been red hot in the month of September. His overall average at 293. He pulls this one to third, backhanded by Beltre. Across the diamond, and the Angels leave a man in scoring position. We will head to the second. Scoreless. Rivet. Scoreless as we begin the second here on Fan Appreciation Day. On a perfect day for baseball. Very mild temperatures, although it's supposed to start heating up this week. The Angels will head up to the Bay Area after the game today and start a 3-game series against Oakland tomorrow night. Then it's up to Seattle. 1 week from today, the regular season comes to an end. Beltre, Smolinski, and Taylese here in the second inning. 327 average for Beltre, 18 home runs, 75 runs batted in. One ball, no strikes.
Fastball inside.
Breaking ball. 1-1. Then a setup back inside. That one's up and in. 2 balls, 1 strike. You see Beltre motioning with the left hand right after that pitch to bring it down. I think Beltre understands.
Yeah, he understands what's going on at this point.
He just wants to keep that ball down. This one's popped up and fouled and out of play.
And one thing about especially a guy that's played the game as long as he has and plays the game the right way, in Beltre, he knows that Mike Trout has been hit a number of times. He said, okay, I can deal with that. But when you throw at 2 or 3 times at a guy like Adrian Beltre, well, then he's not going to be real happy about it. He understands the game.
Count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mike Scioscia has never really been a fan about retaliation, but it's gotten a little bit out of hand with Nick Tepesch and Mike Trout.
You know, it's 4 times he's been hit by Texas pitching this year. And that's just over the last 2 series.
Smolinski and then Taylese for Texas. In the air to right. Long run for Cole Calhoun, and not going to get there.
Well, he had to go a long way. You had to play deep and respect the power for Adrian Beltre, even the other way. And knowing you're getting close to that wall, you have to slide. Try to brace yourself as quick as possible and still try to track the baseball. Very difficult task.
Little number on the third base side. Rasmus picks it up, fires to first, 1 down.
Look, he might have slipped initially trying to field that slow roller off the bat of Beltre. Hyundai key for today, little motley crew. How well this club has played at home. Home, sweet home. 52 games this season the Angels have won at the Big A, looking for number 53 before the next time coming back to the Big A, game 1 of the divisional series.
One out, nobody on, and Jake Smolinski at the plate. The right fielder hitting .362 with a couple of home runs, 11 runs batted in. And he takes a strike. Smolinski had an 0 for 4 game yesterday, but did pick up an RBI. 17th game in the big leagues. Homered on in the opening game of the series Friday night. Other scores around baseball that meaningful to the Angels anyway. The Orioles trailing Boston 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Angels and the Orioles battling for the best record in the American League. Halos with a 2.5 game lead over Baltimore in that category. One ball, 2 strikes. As far as the wild card is concerned, Oakland and Philadelphia about to get ready to go at it at the Coliseum. Seattle trailing Houston 4-3 in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, they've been hitting for a while, Houston.
That was Hisashi Iwakuma got the start for Seattle.
That's back-to-back games he struggled.
Bouncer foul. You wonder if the amount of innings that he pitched in Japan prior to coming to the States is finally starting to catch up to him here.
He's starting to elevate some fastballs, his split finger fastball staying up in the zone.
Cleveland leading Minnesota 5-2. Cleveland's on the outside looking in right now, the wild card, but just 3.5 back. Smolinski pops this one up on the first base side, and TJ Crow crosses into foul territory. 2 down. Hey folks, make your plans to be part of the postseason action here at the Big A. Angels Divisional Series tickets are on sale now. For more info and to purchase your tickets, just log on at angels.com. The Yankees leading Toronto 5-2. Yankees at the start of the day 4.5 back. Now we're getting into the last week of the season. A lot of teams with 7 games to play after today. The Angels have 6 because of the off day on Thursday. Taylese takes upstairs. Orioles will head to New York, begin a 4-game series tomorrow against the Yankees, and they finish in Toronto next weekend. One ball, 1 strike. Oakland will take on the Angels for 3, and they will finish in Texas in 4-game series.
It's going to be a great last week.
Yeah. One ball, 2 strikes. You know what makes it all the better? That we could just sit back and watch.
Figure out what position we'll be in as far as the best record,
exactly.
who's the closest to us as far as the best record.
No stress.
Yes. And Mike Scioscia trying to get an idea for his playoff roster. There's some tough decisions to make there for him, and also to set up the starting rotation for the postseason. Now and that's going to be a more difficult task.
Figuring out who is the starting rotation, aside from Weaver and C.J. Wilson. 1-2 to Taylor downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 16 pitches thrown by Corey here in the second inning. Took a couple shots at Beltre.
Just trying to establish the fastball in.
That was it. It worked because he got him on a breaking ball away. Taylor a 241 average. Switch hitter has a double, a 7 RBI at the major league levels. He fouls this one back. He's got a little, looks like Carlos Santana a little bit. Switch hitter. A little slightly open stance, big swing like him.
And pretty good on curveballs, too. We saw that against Weaver. Certainly Santana has had some good swings against Weaver on a slow curveball also.
Pulls this one, and Howie can't come up with it. A single for Taylor. He'll stop at first base, a 2-out base hit. We'll bring up Brian Rua. Rua, the left fielder, 316 average at the major league level, 5 doubles, 9 runs batted in. And he'll look at a fastball for a strike. Rua, native of Ohio, 17th round pick in 2011 by Texas at a Lake Erie College. That's in Painesville, Ohio. Grew up in Amherst. Two fastballs, 2 strikes.
Yeah, good life on the fastball, too, from Rasmus at 94.
Grew a combined a AA, AAA this year, 18 home runs, 74 runs batted in, hit 306. 32 home runs combined last year in the minor leagues. Throw over, nice dig by Crone. Looked like Rasmus slipped a little bit on the delivery.
Those have 1 pick off this year. Very quick footwork.
Kansas City, by the way, leading Detroit 4-2. That game's in the 5th. Royals lost the first 2 of that 3-game set. Up and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ted Lace with a pretty good lead at first base. Rua takes just a little bit low, apparently.
That's a pretty good pitch.
Yeah.
Some good sink action on it. Good fastball. That late movement catching the lower part of the strike zone. It's not where Iannetta catches the ball, it's where it crosses the plate.
Foul tipped into the mid. Down goes Ruan. The inning comes to an end. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Ivar freezing Crone coming up for the Angels.
We'll check out the big news from around the majors on the Carl's Jr. Sports Update. 6 playoff spots still up for grabs with 1 week to go left in the regular season. And a rookie back on the mound today. Rookie who was a lot of consideration for Rookie of the Year in the American League, back on the hill.
Eric Ivar takes down and in for ball 1 to start the second. Eric hitting .281, 7 home runs, 67 RBIs. Snapped an 0 for 17 yesterday with a base hit and a run scored in the 5th inning. 1 for 4 game. Flips this one out the left. Rua is playing him shallow. Comes in to his right. 1 down. David Freese, a third baseman at the plate. .262 with 10 home runs. 10th coming last night. A 3-run shot that capped off that 5-run 5th inning. Angels with 5 straight 2-out hits to score 5 runs. David ended up going 1 for 4. Looks this one fouled out of play to the right. Tempest ahead of the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Breaking pitch, grounded to second. Odor has it. 2 down. Folks, season seat deposits for the 2015 season now being accepted. Just place your deposit and you can receive priority for postseason ticket options this season. For more info on to place your deposit, just call 888-796-HAIL or log on at angels.com/season seats. Two outs, nobody on. And it's C.J. Crone at the plate. He will look at a strike. Oh, with 2. Crone hitting .271, 11 bombs and 36 runs batted in. This one's looped on the first base side, headed toward the seats behind the dugout. One ball, two strikes with 2 outs. The base is clear. Scoreless here in the second. And Crow hits one out to left. Brewers there. The Angels go down in order. We'll head to the third. Still scoreless. Could be shown in an upcoming game broadcast. It'll be 8-9-1 coming up here in the third inning. Aaron Sivia, Sardinas, and Leonis Martin. Corey Rasmus, 2 innings, 1 strikeout, 1 hit allowed. He's done a nice job so far. 33 pitches thrown for him. J.P. Aronzibia, the DH. As far as the Angels are concerned, the big hero. Wednesday night's game against Oakland. Home run, 3-run shot. They put Texas up for good. One ball, 1 strike. There's Jimmy hitting 173. The home run he hit the other night, his 10th of the year, now with 35 RBIs. Good off-speed pitch.
It's a very good pitch for him. It looks like a fastball. He can throw it to both sides of the plate. It's always right around that 84 to 85 mile an hour range. But he also has that fastball rushing up there at 94.
1-2 now. Good off speed again. Back to it. 1 down. Second strikeout for Corey.
way out in front. Great location of that changeup, outer part of the plate. Aaron Sibia loves pitches on the inner half of the plate. See how far out in front our Phantom can. That's an excellent changeup, and you see the reaction for a hitter looking for a fastball. Hips are open, trying to keep the bat back, but could not do so.
Luis Sardinas, the shortstop, up. Switch hitter, hitting .260. Oh, 1. Lifted out towards shallow left. Ibar backpedaling out, dealing with that sunshine. Hangs in there, makes the catch for the second out. Hey, folks, the annual Angels 5K and Fun Run will take place April 11, 2015. The first 5,000 registered participants will receive a T-shirt, commemorative medal, and a 2015 game ticket. Proceeds from the event will benefit the Angels Baseball Foundation. For more info and to sign up, head over to angels.com/Angels
5K Fun Run.
Two outs, nobody on. Here's Leonis Martin. Fly ball to a deep right center field, tracked down by Trout. A nice leaping grab at the wall. Shows bunt and drags a bunt foul. It's pretty close to hitting him too.
Especially when you're out of the batter's box, you're going to be ruled out on that play.
One ball, one strike with two outs. No score here in the third. Team grounds with a second. A 1-2-3 inning for Rasmus. Will head to the bottom of the third. Navarro, Eidet, and Calhoun coming up for the Angels. And we are scoreless, and it's been a while since we brought you up to the broadcast booth. And, well, because it's a lot cooler now.
Yes, it's a lot cooler. Yeah, that helps out.
But a fun game to watch so far, especially Corey Rasmus yet again has done a terrific job.
Well, what he's been able to do coming into the starting rotation, attacking the strike zone consistently, protecting his teammate. He's done everything well. His 4 pitches have been working well, and his changeup's been outstanding.
Well, let's see what the Angels offense can figure out. Nick Tepesch here, 8-9-1, coming up against the Rangers right-hander. He's coming off a 1-2-3 inning. The only base runner was Trout in the first inning, hit by a pitch. For Navarro, and to start today out in left field, hitting .252 with a home run and 14 runs batted in. Pulls this one to second base. One down. Up steps Chris Iannetta. Chris hitting .252 with 7 home runs, 43 runs batted. He had an 0 for 4 game yesterday. Tepish, 1 strikeout, 1 hit batter, and that's it. Texas has had 1 base runner, and that was Taylese. A 2-out single in the second. This one's shot foul into the seats. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And trying to let that fastball travel a little bit deeper in the strike zone, but late on that 91-mile-an-hour fastball.
Two. Cole Calhoun on deck. And then it goes down swinging for the second out. Cole, a strikeout victim in the first, so he's 0 for 1. That game at Baltimore still 3-2 Boston, but Baltimore threatening in the bottom of the 8th with 2 on and 2 outs. Royals leading the Tigers 4-2, but the Tigers with a couple of men on in the 6th inning. Seattle still trailing Houston 4-3. That game's heading to the 7th.
Houston, a dangerous club to play. They're hitting the ball well. They're relaxed at the plate.
Philadelphia up 1-0 on Oakland in the first.
Another one of those clubs that just trying to, some young guys getting their at bats, not chasing pitches out of the strike zone, looking for fastballs.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Very tantalizing, this slow little breaking ball.
Yeah, just off the corner.
Two. This is foul up the line. Boston got out of that 2 on 2 out situation. They head to the 9th now at Camden Yards, leading at 3-2. Cole strikes out swinging. Another 1-2-3 inning for Nick Tepesch. 3 complete, still scoreless. Rasmus and Tepesch, just 2 base runners, a single and a hit batter combined. Texas with the single and Trout wearing it. And Trout will be leading things off at the bottom of the 4th inning. Kansas City, by the way, got out of that 6th inning situation, so they still lead it 4-2 in the bottom of the 6th.
.42 pitches thrown for Rasmus. Bullpen action already for the Halos now with that pitch count getting close to that normal spot for Rasmus, anywhere between 45 and 55.
Mike Moore, the first man up. Adam Rosales takes a strike. Rosales, Odor, and Beltre here in the 4th. Adam Rosales popped out to C.J. Cron in foul territory in the 1st, so he's 0 for 1. Off the end of the bat, good off-speed pitch.
So comfortable throwing that at any point of the count. Exact same arm angle as his fastball. Looks like a fastball as a hitter. Way out in front. Tough to stay back against his changeup.
45 pitches, 32 strikes so far. 2 strikeouts, no walks. Breaking pitch, got him. Down goes Rosales. There's the first down here in the 4th.
Their changeup, a perfect slider, great location. Swing and miss.
Odor, the second baseman, grounded out to Kendrick to end the 1st. He's 0 for 1. 0-1 pitch. Ground ball to short. Off the end of the bat. 2 down.
Well played once again by Eric Ibar. Good pitch by Rasmus. Great location off the end of the bat by Odor.
So up steps Beltre with 2 outs and the bases clear. Breaking ball sky toward left center field. That is a towering shot. Trout back at the wall will make the catch. That's twice that Trout has made a catch at the wall. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th, scoreless.
In a tough situation for Mike Trout of late against Texas. Down in Texas, Tepish runs a fastball in, hits him the tricep. Today Martinez hits him not once in his game, but twice in his game. That's 3 times hit in this month alone. And then in the first inning, Mike Trout, Tepish inside, drills him again. Keep in mind, Tepish, before he hit him that first time around, threw up and in on him the at bat before. So 4 times this month, Mike Trout has been hit by Ranger pitching. All in the same spot pretty much.
Only man to reach. The first one's inside for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike. Tepish with 3 strikeouts. The hit batter. Angels have yet to get a hit against him. Two balls, 1 strike. That is out towards center field. That'll get down for a base hit. So the first hit of the game for the Angels comes off the bat of Mike Trout to start this 4th.
Good way to get back at the guy that's hit you a couple times. Nice job taking our Fanican. Look how good he gets his hands inside the baseball, still able to get through it, barrel the bat, and up the middle for a base hit.
So leadoff man is on board, and Pujols will come to the plate. Trout did pick up a stolen base in the first inning. Albert 0 for 1 with a fly ball to left. Stolen base for Trout is 15th of the year. I'll check in on him.
A very good pickoff move. Tepish mentioned earlier. 4 pickoffs.
Trout takes off. The pitch is fouled back just below us. Albert had a pitch and drive there too.
Yeah, it was.
Down the left field line, but foul. Out in front of it. Squared up. Good sound. Trout will head back to first. Gal remains at 0-2. Leadoff single for Trout. He stands at first. Off the plate. 1-2. Ground ball to short. Odor, low throw. Rosales digs it out. And again, Odor wanted no part of being near the bag at second base.
He was quickly getting away from that base.
Albert grounds into a double play. The 28th time that he has done that.
And a quick feed from Sardinas. Now on Odor to get away from that base as quick as possible. Turn a 6-4-3 double play.
Not a team record that Albert would want, but he has just set a new one as far as double plays in a season. 2 outs, bases clear for Howie. Howie grounded out. He saw 1 pitch in the first inning, grounded out to Beltre. 0 for 1. In Baltimore, they're in the bottom of the ninth. 3-2 Red Sox. Just hit sharply right to Sardinas. And the Angels are done here in the 4th. We'll head to the 5th, still scoreless.
how well Mike Trout hits the baseball, but he also can make an outstanding defensive play, going back to the wall. Martin hits the ball very well to start the game, leaps up, and an outstanding defensive play by Mike Trout at the wall, making that play. First play of the game, first out.
Corey Rasmus still in the ballgame as we begin the fifth. Smolinski, Talese, and Rua to face the right-hander. Angels do have Mike Moore, and up in the pen. He was up last inning. See how long Mike Scioscia goes with Rasmus. Smolinski's 0 for 1. He popped down in the second. Cold foul.
Rasmus has just thrown a ton of strikes. He's thrown 50 pitches, 37 in the strike zone.
Oh, 1 now. Breaking ball. Good bite to it. Did not go, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's a good knuckle curve he has. And you could read into this, too, by Mike Scioscia trying to stretch him out. Potentially could be one of your starters in the postseason for Corey Rasmus. Still waiting to hear, see if Matt Shoemaker can come back from his little rib injury, oblique.
This one's out toward right center field. Long run for Trout. Still racing over. Not going to get there. It's off the base of the wall. Calhoun does a heck of a job playing the carom. And Smolinski in at second with a leadoff double.
That's some excellent defense by Cole Calhoun. Especially as a center fielder, you're going back on the baseball. You're trying to make a play against the wall. Then it's going to go off the wall quickly. But protection there by Cole Calhoun to cut it off and get it in quickly. Otherwise, that's an easy triple.
So leadoff man on board. First one to reach scoring position for Texas. And Tomas Talese, the catcher, is up. He's single to right his first time up. First one's upstairs. Texas with 2 hits, the Angels with 1. 2-0. First time today that Rasmus has gone to a 2-0 count. Double for Smolinski is 4th at the major league level this year. And he's in there, 2-1. Almost as if Rasmus and I ended up trying to force Talese to hit the ball to the left side of the infield to keep Smolinski from advancing.
Especially on a low scoring game like this, the way Tapish has been throwing the baseball, runs at a premium.
And right after with a fastball, 2-2. Couple of glances back. 2-2 on the way. Way upstairs.
They try to muscle up on a high 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
Baltimore ended up losing to Boston 3-2. So the Angels with an opportunity to take a 3.5 game advantage for best record in the American League with a win today. 3-2. Foul back.
Looked like a changeup, but he overthrew that changeup. Firmer than normal. Been around 84, 85 with this changeup. That one at 88.
Smolensky standing at second. Leadoff double for him to strike his fifth. Ryan Rua is the man on deck. Another 3-2 to Taylor, and he walked him. That might be all for.
Yeah, I think that's going to be it. He's muscled up on the last 3 pitches. One fastball, changeup, even that a slider.
Mike Scioscia's come out, and that's going to be it for Corey Rasmus. First 2 have reached for Texas here in the 5th. Still scoreless. Two base runners reach. But want to remind you that this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Rasmus, 4 innings plus 2 batters, 2 hits, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. Responsible for the 2 guys on base. A total of 59 pitches thrown this afternoon. And Mike Morin takes over for him on the mound. Morin will be facing Rua. Nobody out. 57th game for the rookie right-hander. 4-3, marking a 2.25 ERA. Smolensky, the base runner at second, and Taylor at first base.
What if a potential bunt play put on?
Rua's strikeout victim in the second inning, so he's 0 for 1. Freeze playing back at third. Swinging first pitch, pops it up on the infield. Infield fly rule is called. 1 out.
Oh, perfect pitch. You get a quick out like that.
One out, 2 on. J.P. Arencibia, the batter. Arencibia, strikeout victim himself in the third. Big swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch. Can't imagine you give him anything but off-speed pitches. Went down on the changeup of Rasmus in that first at-bat. Lays off. 1-1. Arencibia leading all Rangers with 9 home runs, 29 RBIs since the All-Star break.
Arencibia is grounded into 5 double plays, get him out in front, ground ball in the infield could result in a double play.
And he skies one down the left field line. Headed toward the seats. 1-2. A lot of power, but also a lot of strikeouts. Has been at the major league level offensively an all or nothing type player.
And he doesn't miss a lot of pitches on the inner half, but he will miss pitches on the out half, especially off speed. You have that option now if you're Mike Morin.
Left that one up a little bit. Had him fooled though.
It was his changeup. He throws his changeup to right-handed batters. It has cut action. On left-handed batters, his changeup will sink down and away against a lefty. A couple different grips for his changeup, but still one of the best as far as any young pitcher in baseball, as far as a changeup and throwing it to both lefties and righties.
The 1-2. Got him. Came right after him with a fastball away though. 2 down.
Yeah, perfect location for his fastball at 91. Set up because of the pitch before was a changeup. Paints the outside corner, gets a swing and miss. He's always looking to turn on a pitch. Leaves that outer part of the plate wide open. Just missed that one, but because it's on the outer part of the plate, gets a swing and miss. That Phantom is perfect as far as you can see. His hips opening up, but he's trying to keep the bat back, but still unable to make contact.
There's Sardinius, the shortstop. 2 on 2 outs now, and he fouls the first pitch. Sardinius popped out to Eric Ibar to third, so he's 0 for 1. Mike Moore trying to pick up Rasmus. Atlanta leadoff double to Smolinski, then walked Talese on a 3-2 pitch before being removed. Pop up by Rue on the first pitch. Arencibia strikeout. Here's the 0-1. Change up, grounded to second base. And Moore does just that. Picks up Corey Rasmus as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Still scoreless.
Great job by Morin.
today. So their record currently stands at 93-62. A win by the Angels would give them a 3.5 game advantage. As far as best record going into the last week of the season, the Angels have 6 games to play. Baltimore with 7 games to play. They will take on the Yankees beginning tomorrow night for 4. And then they will end up in Toronto next weekend. The Angels will start a 3-game set against Oakland tomorrow night. Off day on Thursday in Seattle. Then take on the Mariners beginning Friday night.
And the Angels will have home field advantage that first round.
Yep.
Divisional series. But then it's the next round. You want to make sure you have that home field advantage also. Great job by Corey Rasmus once again.
And a nice job by Moore to come in. 2 on, nobody out. Retire the next 3 guys. Ibar hits one back up the middle. The leadoff single for the Angels. Second straight inning they've done that. Just a second hit of the ball game allowed by Tepesh.
Ibar now 6 for 12 against Tepesh. Not be surprised if you see a hit and run put on with David Freese at the plate. Eric Ibar at first because of his ability to hit the ball the other way for David Freese.
Frees a ground ball to second in the second inning, so he's 0 for 1. Two balls, no strikes.
Freese 4 for 11 against Tepesh.
Fouls this one back.
He had a pretty good swing there.
Ibar with a leadoff single has a big lead at first base. 2-1 in the air to right. Smolinski moving in and toward the foul line. Makes the catch. Ibar's trying to go to second base. The throw is offline and he picks up the extra bag.
That's what makes Eric Ibar so special. What he does, the intangibles. Career high as far as RBI this year. He's played outstanding defense, but his aggressive base running once again pays off. Smolinski not thinking initially that Ibar would tag up on that one, but aggressively gets back to the base and gets into scoring position for C.J. Cron.
Second time today the Angels have had a man in scoring position. The first was in the first when Trout stole second. But was stranded there as Pujols hit a fly ball to left. Kendrick grounded to third. Houston has opened it up on Seattle 7-3 at the bottom of the 7th. Kansas City leading the Tigers 5-2. As Cron pops it up. Sardinius, a shortstop out, 2 down. Philadelphia and Oakland are tied up now at 3. And folks, aerial coverage provided by Goodyear with superior performing tires that knock it out of the park. Goodyear, more driven. So Efrain Navarro will step up with 2 outs and a man at second base. Well, Tepesch has done a nice job, but he's needed to make a quality pitch. He's gotten it.
He's changed speeds well. He has good running action on his fastball.
Just 59 pitches thrown by the right-hander. 36 have been strikes. The Angels have Fernando Salas getting ready. He'll be throwing the 6th. Martin Rosales and Odor, top of the order, coming up for Texas. Fouled off to left.
When he got a fastball up, it's something he could do some damage with. Serve that into left field. Navarro did, just missed it. More likely, he may see a breaking ball down and in now.
One, two. Wrecking ball, looped down a left field line, slicing foul and out of play. Ibar with a leadoff single, took second on the pop-up by Freese down the right field line. And Crone just popped out for the second out. That's down the right field line, but foul. Big lead for Ibar at second. He takes off. The 1-2 fouled back. Nice catch by Mike Araujo, the PA announcer here at the Big A. Brought the glove.
He was ready. Solid play.
Scoreless here in the bottom of the 5th. Kind of a slow moving 5 innings so far for a scoreless game. Yeah, with both teams with just 2 hits. And now Tepesch and Taylor want to talk things over here.
He might change direction here. He's throwing some pretty good pitches. Navarro's fouled off a number of pitchers' pitches.
Sharply hit to short. Sardinius has it. jumped up on it. And the Angels are done here in the 5th. We'll head to the 6th inning. Scoreless.
You see, by the 2014 Camry at your Toyota dealer today, we make it easy. And by AT&T Uverse TV, mobilizing your world.
No score as we begin the 6th inning. Top of the order coming up for Texas here. Martin, Rosales, and Odor to face Fernando Salas, new pitcher for the Angels. Takes over for Michael Moore, who had 1 inning and picked up a strikeout. And now Salas trying to keep this scoreless as we finally begin the 6th inning. '55th game, 5-0 record, a 3.40 ERA.
Trying to get back to that consistency for Fernando Salas. Last couple of times out, didn't necessarily hit his spot. Velocity on the fastball hasn't been quite as crisp, and that sets up his changeup and slider.
Martinez 0 for 2. The center fielder's hit a fly ball to deep right center field. Tracked down by Trout. He's grounded out to Kendrick. Brady's playing in on the grass at third. Crone doing the same at first base. Salas falls behind here. 2 balls and no strikes. There's a strike. 90-mile-per-hour fastball. That is ripped to right. A leadoff single by Leonis Martin.
All speed, inner half of the plate, mislocation. Now a guy that can run very well. 29 stolen bases. See some throw over step offs.
Yeah, Adam Rosales at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a pop up and a strikeout. Potential sacrifice situation.
Yeah, part of that throw over is just to see if Rosales would square around. He did show that he was thinking about bunting, but that also maybe something as a veteran that he is trying to do that to distract Mike Scioscia, thinking he's going to square around and bunt. Might be a straight steal.
Oh, 1 count on that, Rosales. Gary Pettis flashing the signs over at third. There's Benji over first base. This one's lined to center. Looking down for a hit. Trout gets it back in as Martin stops at second. So back-to-back hits allowed by Salas. And, much of the same of what we've seen from him the last couple of times, John. Not fooling many guys.
Yeah, and a lot of pitches have been elevated, especially against Rosales, who likes pitches that are upstairs. This is a slider that's upstairs around belt high. Stays back on that well. Fortunate enough, Trout was able to cut the angle to keep it a single and keep Martin in second.
Second straight inning. The first two have reached for Texas. And now Rougned Odor up. He's 0 for 2 with 2 ground ball outs. Showing bunt. Snap throw to second, and Martin back in there safely. 0-1 count on Odor.
Call the strike and quickly throw back for Iannetta. Boy, if you're the Angels right now, you'll take this bunt. You'll take it out. You'll walk Beltre, who's on deck, and set up a potential double play ball with the youngster Smolinski after Beltre.
Shows bunt again. This one's on the third base side. Salas flips it on the first. And is on the bag. Martin starting to come down the line.
He may look at that to see if he made contact with the base, Howie Kendrick.
Jim Wolf, the first base umpire. Tim Bogart is going to go out.
And a pretty good throw. It looks like either the leg or the toe of Howie's on the base making contact.
Rangers are satisfied that the out was recorded. So that opens up the opportunity to walk Beltre to face Jake Smolinski.
Yeah, I think Mike Scioscia definitely, especially as well as Beltre has hit against the Angels this year. Why sometimes you, as an offensive club, you don't want to square around and bunt, because you're going to have your best hitter come up and there's an open base. Opposing manager is always going to think in terms of, okay, I could still get through this inning, no damage, put a ground ball double play.
There's ball 3. And ball 4. So they're loaded up now. Jake Smolinski, the batter. He doubled to the alley at right center field leading off the 5th, so he's 1 for 2. Martin at third, Rosales at second, and Beltre at first with 1 out. Still scoreless here in the 6th. Texas with 4 hits, the Angels with 2. Now Salas steps off. Fastball in for a strike.
Always that important first pitch for a strike. Now you can do some different things as far as changing speeds.
0-1. Jammed him. Fouled off to the right. 0-2. Right, that pitch in on the hands.
Always liked an 0-1 fastball inside. Now with an 0-2 count, that's when you expand the zone away.
One ball, 2 strikes. "15 pitches thrown by Salas. 8 strikes, 7 balls. Second straight inning in which the Angels are trying to work out a little trouble here. Moore did it in the 5th. The 1-2. This one's fouled back, and that pitch elevated.
That's a dangerous spot, especially when you're looking for a ground ball. Yes, you would like to strike out, but a ground ball and an infielder to be able to turn to better. Very difficult to do that when you elevate a fastball like that.
Slider. Evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Leadoff single by Martin. Rosales followed with a single. Odor with a sacrifice bunt, put runners at second and third with 1 out, and then it opened up the opportunity to walk Beltre intentionally. And that's what they did. Trying to figure out Smolinski here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tomas Telis on deck. The pitch. This is chopped foul into the dugout. Now to set up back outside, and got him with a fastball. 2 down.
Back upstairs with a fastball. Swing and miss by him. 92. Better velocity in this game for Fernando. Good balance. Shoulders are squared up to the plate. Finish off upstairs. Driving towards the plate to finish off that fastball upstairs to get a swing and miss.
2 outs, bases still loaded. Telis at the plate. He's been on board twice with a single and a walk. Takes inside and probably wondering why he didn't stay in there and take the hit by pitch.
It was close.
Yeah. Swing and a miss.
That's a great changeup. His changeup is better today because his velocity on his fastball is consistent.
One to Telis. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Count remains at 1-2 strikes with 2 outs. Halos in the bottom of the 6th inning have Iannetta, Calhoun, and Trout due up. It's Nick Tepish. He's gone 5 solid, having allowed just 2 hits. 1-2 outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes, trying to force that pitch away. Like
this changeup, the second pitch, was excellent in this at bat. This time, try to overthrow it.
Two now. This is ground 1 hopper off of Ibar. A run will score, and it's 1-0. That's an infield base hit for Talese, and Texas has a 1-0 lead.
Tough hop. Oh God, Eric Ibar pretty good. In position to field that, and jumps up and hits him right in the chest. Well, he thought he was in perfect position. Was hit well by Talese. That tough hop not only hits him, it goes away from him far enough to be able to score a run.
Talese picks up his 8th RBI. Base is still loaded. Here's Ryan Rua. He'll look at a strike. Missed it. Rua is 0 for 2 with a strikeout to pop up to third. .27 pitches thrown by Fernando Salas. Nothing easy for him in this 6th inning. 1-1. This is fouled back, and Rua had a heck of a cut. Yoselin Herrera getting ready now. Broken bat, little flare to Salas. And the inning is over, but Texas strikes for a run on the infield base hit. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Halos down.
Up for grabs with 1 week left. And Tanaka returns as the Yankees fight for the playoffs. He won today. I mean, he hadn't pitched in quite some time. Went 5 1/3. Just 1 earned run, 4 punch-outs for Tanaka, picking up his 13th victory. The Yankees win. The Royals beat the Tigers. Cleveland wins. Boston beats Baltimore. Seattle is losing right now to Houston. That's going to be a huge loss for Seattle. And Oakland tied with the Phillies at 4.
Yeah, because at the very least, Seattle, if they lose, will be a game and a half back at Kansas City as Inetta fouls it off. And see what happens with Oakland. If Oakland loses, Kansas City jumps up to the #1 wild card. Oakland at #2. And
keeps moving
Cleveland,
back and forth.
And Cleveland continues to pick up. They were 3.5 back at the start of the day. No balls, 2 strikes on Chris Inetta, who struck out in the 3rd. 3 strikeouts, no walks, a hit batter. And 2 hits allowed for Nick Tepesch so far. 67 pitches. Slider away. This one's looped out to left center field, leadoff single. So that's 3 straight innings in which the Angels have had their leadoff man reach. The only problem is that so far they've only gotten that leadoff man to second. See what happens here in the 6th inning as Cole Calhoun will come up. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
Tepesch still a very manageable pitch count. Him to 69 pitches thrown, working in here to the 6th inning.
Runner goes. The hit and run is on. Rosales flips it toward first base. Tepesch is there, makes the play. They get the out as Inetta ends up at second base.
Nice time to see Mike Trout tie the game up at least here against a guy who's hit him a couple times.
Hit by a pitch in the 1st inning, singled in the 4th. Breaking ball missing downstairs. Tying run at second base. That's Chris Inetta. 1-0 off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. May not give Trout anything to hit here and take your chances with Pujols, who's on deck. Tepesch got Pujols into a double play in the 4th inning.
Yeah, we needed a couple Rockets just foul against him though prior to that.
Now here comes the intentional walk, which I thought they were gonna do. To see if Mike would have chased one of the first 2 pitches, but he did not.
Albert is 5 for 10 in his career versus Tepesch.
Albert 0 for 2. Fly ball to left in the 1st inning. Double play ball in the 4th. 2 on and 1 out. Thomas called at the last minute. Tepesch was looking back to Inetta. Albert looks at a strike. This one's line to left, a base hit. Ionetta is going to be waved in. Rua is up and firing, and not in time. We're tied at 1 as Pujols comes through.
I'll tell you what, there wasn't a clear path, and Ionetta looked back at Talise on that one. He was able to score anyhow. But there's really no path for him to get in there. Eventually does score. Albert took offense to that, walking Mike Trout, and came through with a big base hit. His 101st RBI for the machine. His hands inside, extended the bat, squared it up, and in the outfield for an RBI single for Albert Pujols.
Mike Maddox out to pay a visit. First time tonight, or today I should say. No action in the Rangers bullpen.
RBI number 1,599 for Albert Pujols.
Tying it with Napoleon Lajoie, the 33rd all-time.
Passed a couple great third basemen on his way up.
Here's Howie with 2 on, 1 out. Breaking ball, missed hit. Kendrick twice is grounded out. Once a third, once a short. Kevin Jepson getting ready for the Angels. There's the 1-0. That is sky to center. The team dealing with the sunshine. 2 down. Trout trying to advance, as is Pujols. Pujols does advance. The ball gets away. Trout will stay at third, though. And Albert will stay at second.
Well, Albert's done a nice job as far as knowing when to pick his spot to try to advance a base. And Trout's going to tag up. He sees Martina having a tough time reading that baseball, the high sky here today. And then Albert able to get in the scoring position. Didn't get quite away, far enough, I should say, for Trout to try to score. But it's a big play, too, for Pujols to get into scoring position himself, because now you've taken away a potential forced play at second if Eric hits a ball in the hole, but he's not going to get an opportunity to swing anyhow. They're going to walk him.
Second intentional walk of the inning. Would rather take their chances with David Freese. Give themselves an opportunity to force out at any place.
It's one spot where David Freese for quite some time now has been very effective.
There's ball 4. So Trout at third, Pujols at second, Ibar now at first.
David Freese last night with 2 on. Crushes this one out to left center field. A 3-run home run for Freese, giving him double figures in that category. 55 RBI on the season. He's had 13 RBI in his last 12 games.
David with a ground ball to second and a fly ball to right. 0 for 2. Slider outside. Halos have tied it up here, courtesy of the Pujols single. Looking for more to snap this 1-1 tie here in the 6th. This one's lined to right. Smolinski comes in, will make the catch.
Wow, hit well, but right at him.
Halos do tie it up and leave them loaded. We'll head to the 7th. 1-1 tie. could be shown in an upcoming game broadcast. Today it's the Fox Sports West crew. That is our entire crew.
The best in the business.
No doubt. Camera guys, audio engineers, maybe a couple of the producers.
Maybe.
Yeah, perhaps.
Maybe.
And a director or two in there as well. But fantastic crew. It's been a pleasure working with you guys all season long.
We are so lucky to have such a great group.
No doubt. That was at the barbecue the other day. We appreciate everything that you guys do, guys and gals do for, for the broadcast. Here the 7th, tied at 1. Kevin Jepson is brought into the ball game. 73rd time this year. 0-2 record at 2.71 ERA. And he'll be facing 8-9-1. Aaron Sibius, Sardinius, and Martin.
Big outing here too for Kevin Jepson. Last time out, didn't hit his spots where he wanted to. Looking forward to getting another opportunity to get back in there.
JP Arencibia, the DH, is 0 for 2. Couple of strikeouts for him.
Good spot with his slider there, an 87-mile-an-hour slider from Jepson. Tying Joe Smith for the team lead as far as appearances, both at 73.
One ball, one strike. Jepson taking over for Salas, who went 1 inning, gave up a run on 3 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. Two balls, 1 strike. Baltimore lost today. That's the one score that matters as far as the Angels are concerned, trying to maintain home field advantage throughout the playoffs. They will host and have the home field advantage in the division series, which begins on Thursday, October 2nd. And trying to keep that advantage into the league championship series should they advance. 2-1. 2-2.
Firm fastball at 96 out of the zone. Aaron Sibian anticipating a fastball, but it was away. That's where you want to throw him.
Sardinius, the shortstop, on deck. Here comes the 2-2. Up and away. Full count. Got him. 1 down. Fans, take a look at the 2014 North American Truck of the Year, the Chevy Silverado. Enter the Summer of Silverado giveaway for a chance to win a 2014 Chevy Silverado. Enter online today at angels.com/Chevy Chevrolet, the official ride of the Angels.
Velocity very good today for Jepson, 96, 97. Ah, nice play by a fan.
No balls, 2 strikes. Sardinius, a pop-up and a ground out. 0 for 2. Halos in the bottom of the 7th have Crone, Navarre, and Inez to do up. No action in the Texas pen. So your Tepish will be coming back out. Got Freeze to line out to right to finish off the 6th inning.
His longest outing of the year, 7 1/3. That was back in June 27th. A couple other times pitched 7 innings.
Overthrown breaking ball. The count goes to 1-2. Texas with a run on 5 hits. They've stranded 6. The Angels 1 run, 4 hits, have left 5 men on base. Two.
Had to go back door on that slider. Just missed the outside corner.
Line to left, and that'll get down for a hit. Elevated fastball. And so a man on board for Leonys Martin.
Especially for a contact hitter, an elevated fastball. Lefty batter against Jepson, right-handed pitcher just trying to serve the ball the other way. Very difficult to do that if it's a fastball down and away. Up and away, you have a better chance.
Martin singled last time up. Came around to score. Tie the go-ahead run at that time. Base hit by Talese on the infield. A 1 for 3 game for the Rangers center fielder. It's a very chill afternoon here at the Big A. Pops up the bunt. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Sometimes with Martin, some odd counts where he tries to bunt, especially with the man on first. Good wheels. He does have good gap type power. Ahead of the count, 1-0. Try to drag a bunt. At this point, if you can make the play, you'll take that. It'll be 2 outs.
One, 1-2. Sardini's off to a little bit bigger lead at first base now. Two balls and 2 strikes. Brewers got a piece of it, fouls it back. That game in Oakland still tied at 4 in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Looks like Oakland is threatening them. They have a couple guys on.
A lot of finals already. Cleveland, Kansas City, Houston, Baltimore, New York, all winners today. Sardinas takes off. The breaking ball's into dirt. Ineta can't find it. And Sardinas will advance to third base. So a two-base wild pitch.
Yeah, Sardinas will get a stolen base and then advance on the wild pitch. And we're throwing breaking ball down and in.
Forces the infield in. And get another overthrown breaking ball from Jepson. And a full count. (3-2) popped up. Tough play with the sunshine. Ibar and Freeze makes the catch. 2 down.
Well, you would think a pop-up easy play, but this guy here today, nothing's easy when it's hit that high in the air.
Ibar almost had to shove David Rackley, the third base umpire, out of the way, cutting that way.
See how difficult that is with that sun in the glasses. Last second, almost lost sight of it. Knew the area where the pop-up was going to land. Still looking up in the sky. David Freese, nice play.
Vinny Pistano is loosening down the pen. Jepson's thrown 19 pitches, 11 for strikes, and now we'll deal with Adam Rosales with a man at third and 2 outs. Rosales 1 for 3, singled in the 6th. Check swing foul. 1-1.
2 pitches up and in by Jepson against Rosales.
One now. 2-1.
22 pitches thrown by Jepson, 12 in the strike zone, 12 out of the zone. 10 out of the zone, so it hasn't been as consistent for him as far as his strike throwing.
Again, up in the strike zone. It's 2-2.
This is a career high as far as games appear for Jepson.
Trying to keep this a 1-1 tie. Halos in the bottom third of the order coming up at the bottom of the 7th. Now the 2-2. Slider missing away. Full count. Rougned Odor, the left-handed batter, on deck. Wonder how much longer Mike Scioscia goes with Jepson as far as the pitch count is concerned.
You got to always be concerned about. I mentioned that it's career high as far as games appeared. Going to keep him fresh.
3-2 got it. Here's a fastball. Do with it what you may. And he comes up empty. 7th inning stretch time. Still tied at 1. Free quote at MercuryInsurance.com today and see how much you can save. Buy Jack in the Box and Jack's Spicy Chicken Club Combo for just $4.99 plus tax. And buy Hyundai. The all-new Sonata is here. Visit buyhyundai.com. Tied at 1 here at the bottom of the 7th inning. C.J. Cron to lay things off here against Nick Tepesh. The Angels have managed 4 hits against the Ranger right-handed. Cron takes the first one. And there's 0-1. Cron, Navarro, and Iannetta for the Angels here in the 7th. Cron's 0 for 2 with a fly ball to left and a pop up to short.
Yeah, Tepesh not overpowering, but he hides the baseball well. Pretty good deception in his delivery. It's going to be around 89 to 92 range. Not overpowering, but good movement and good deception.
Count remains at a ball on 2 strikes. Tollefson, the right-hander. Kirkman, the lefty, going for Texas. Did not go. Two balls and 2 strikes now. Ground ball to short. Well down.
My Hyundai key for this game today. With F. Navarro coming up. Home sweet home. The Angels, mentioned earlier, have played fantastic baseball here at the Big A. Looking for that 53rd victory here today. And ready for that home field advantage in round 1 of the American League Divisional Series.
Won't get to the club record of 54 back in 02 and 07. Navarro looks at a breaking ball for a strike.
Keep in mind the Angels 8-1 at home. And that run to the World Championship back in 2002.
Oh-2 count on Efren. Twice grounded out. Pulls this one foul.
Slow breaking ball down and in. Tepesh has thrown 93 pitches, 57 strikes.
Navarro shoots one towards second. Nice play by Odor to the backhand. 2 down.
That was not an easy play. Hit well by Navarro. Odor, quick hands. That one hopper and a nice play to get Navarro at first. He would gather himself and make a firm throw to the first base, but well done by Odor. An idea how quick you have to be to catch a one hopper like that on a phantom cam. Odor on the backhand.
1-0 count on Chris Iannetta. Singleton scored in the 6th inning. He's 1 for 2.
A 3-0 count for Tepish. Calhoun on deck. Bogart may go to the bullpen if he walks Chris Iannetta here.
Iannetta hits one out to center field on 3-0. Martin tracks it down. And the Angels go down in order. We head to the 8th, still tied at 1. Follow the Angels' push to the postseason is with MLB.com at bat. #1 app for live baseball. You can enjoy live look-ins, replay reviews, scores, live radio broadcasts, the MLB.tv game of the day, and more. Get at bat for your smartphone or tablet at the App Store. Log on to MLB.com for details. Joe Smith takes over on the mound here. Kevin Jepsen. Scoreless sitting. Threw a lot of pitches, however, but struck out 2. Kept the go-ahead run at third base.
74th game for Joe Smith. And the two friends battle back and forth as far as the team lead in that category between Joe Smith and Kevin Jepsen.
Odor, Beltre, and Smolinski. 3, 4, and 5 for Texas here in the 8th. Odor swings through the first one. It's an 0-1 count. He's 0 for 2 today. 2 ground downs. Had a sacrifice bunt in the 6th inning. Oh, 2. Chopper to second. Gordon Beckham, the second baseman, throws down Odor. 1 down. Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear with superior performing tires that knock it out of the park. Goodyear, more driven.
Great news today.
Belcher takes outside. Belcher is 0 for 2. He's intentionally walked his last time up. Ground ball to third. David Freese has it. 2 down.
Certainly see a lot of ground ball action when Joe Smith is on the mound, especially at third base. David Freese, nice play.
2 outs, bases clear for Jake Smolinski. Corey Rasmus got the start today. Pitched into the 5th inning. Faced 2 batters in the 5th. Allowed 2 hits, struck out 3, walked 1 more, and came in and finished off the 5th inning with no damage. Texas scored a run on Salas. Game with 3 hits, had a strikeout and a walk. Jepson for the 7th, and Smith here in the 8th. The Angels in the bottom of the 8th inning have Calhoun, Trout, and Pujols due up. Looks like Kirkman still losing in the pen for Texas. Oh, 2.
A lot of strikes thrown so far. Joe Smith thrown 8 pitches, 7 strikes.
0-2. Foul back.
That's 1 strike he would like to throw a little bit better. That was right out over the plate, a breaking ball. Trying to get that slider to go down and away.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Smolinski. A 1-2-3-8. We'll head to the bottom of the inning. Still tied at 1.
Real good adjustment on that slider for Joe Smith. The postseason action at the Big A. Angels Divisional Series tickets go on sale now. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit angels.com.
Here in the bottom of the 8th inning, top of the order coming up for the Halos. Calhoun, Trout, and Pujols, and it is left-hander Michael Kirkman taking over from Nick Tepesch, who threw 7 solid innings. 4 hits allowed for Tepesch, and retired the side in order in the 7th, his last inning. Kirkman got into pitched 1 inning last night. Allowed 1 hit, everything else zeros. Cole hitless today, 0 for 3.
Kirkman not overpowering like he once was. He's still around 88 to 93 range on his fastball. Very good slider, though. Occasional changeup.
Beltre playing it on the grass at third. No balls and a strike. 6 hits for the Rangers, 4 for the Halos. Texas is stranded 7. The Angels have left 5 on. Oh, 2 count. Tollison was loosening for Texas, so this might just be a one batter situation for Kirkman. One ball, 2 strikes. Hard slider down and away. There's the 1-2. Oh, down the line. You talk about waiting as long as possible and taking your shot going the opposite way.
Boy, and almost got rewarded with a double down the line, too. Just missed. Stayed back on it.
Inside, and he tied him up. Down goes Calhoun for the first down. Here comes Bogart, and it is going to be a one batter situation for Michael Kirkman.
Yeah, tied him up with a fastball in after that good approach to pitch before, trying to go the other way.
Pitching change with 1 out here in the 8th, tied at 1. Due up here to face Sean Tollison. This is what he did last night.
Boy, just going that middle part of the field approach, but well out center field for Mike Trout. Tollison's fastball 91, 95. There was a slider, cut fastball, and a pretty good changeup, too. 68 punch-outs and 70 innings pitched for Tollefson this year.
Trout hit by a pitch in the first inning, singled in the fourth, intentionally walked in the sixth. So he's 1 for 1. Tollefson's first one's a fastball in for a strike. Counting the depth now at 1 ball, 1 strike. Houston Street warming up for the Angels. Texas in the ninth. That's Taylese, Rua, and Aaron Sevilla. 6, 7, and 8. 1-1 off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Tollefson pitching in the 62nd game. 70 innings, 54 hits, 68 strikeouts, and 27 walks. Two-1. Fouled off to the right. Fastball away. Outfield very deep all the way around. Martinez, as a matter of fact, playing for the alley at right center field. Yep. About as far right or to right center field as I've seen a center fielder play Trout.
Extremely deep, all 3 outfiders. Tollefson, though, for as good as he's thrown the ball this year in 7 innings, has given up 10 home runs. High total for a reliever.
Single up the middle is essentially a double where Martinez playing. Foul back.
And a lot of times you'll see this type of defense, no doubles defense, when you're protecting a 1-run lead. But when it's a tie game and with Trout's speed, like you mentioned, Victor, anything into the outfield is going to be a double because they're playing so deep.
Two. Fastball just off the plate. Full count, Pujols on deck. Three-2 now. And he walked him. Goes to the backstop. Trout jogging to first as Chirinos chases it. Taylese chases it down. Chirinos got the strike behind the plate in the first 2 games.
4 times Trout has been on base. 2 walks, a single, and a hit by pitch. For Pujols last night, needing 2 RBI to reach the century mark. Does so with 1 swing, a 2-run home run. Also an RBI single today, giving a 101 as far as RBI.
Mike Maddox out to pay a visit. And it's a quick one. Stick around after the last out. Angels Live post game presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Patrick O'Neill and Jose Mota along with Alex Curry will break it down for you. That's immediately following the game. 1-1 game here in the 8th. 1 out. Trout at second. Or pardon me, at first. Pujols up. Trying to get to second. He might be going here against Tollefson. Had a stolen base back in the first inning.
Tollefson has allowed 4 stolen bases in 6 attempts. Taillese has had his issues as far as thrown out would be base runners thrown out less than 10%. Base runners this year.
The 1-0. Chopper to third. And off the glove of Beltre. Has a play at first base. And out. Safe at first. Bogart's going to go out.
Albert called himself safe.
The play keeps going, and Trout keeps on running to third.
There was no timeout for Bogart to go out and even challenge that play, first and foremost.
Well, they're going to challenge the play. And Trout should be allowed to stay at third base.
There was no timeout called at that point. The play was still going on. See if the baseball is in the glove. Looks like they're going to get him to call him out.
Jim Wolf with the safe call. Yeah, they got him there.
Yeah, just as his foot is hitting the base, the ball is in the glove by Rosales. And he doesn't see any timeout being called, and Tolson's trying to signal Rosales over to throw the ball to third base. It's important because now you have Tolson, who has a good breaking ball. If he bounces one, Trout can score on a wild pitch.
Well, the call at first base is safe.
Keep in mind, Tolson has 4 wild pitches this year. I think they're going to rule him out. Albert called himself safe.
Now, man, unless we're missing something, that looks like the ball is in the glove of Rosales before the foot hits the bag. And he is out, so the call is overturned at first. And Trout stays at third base.
Well, there was no timeout called when the play was still continuing at that point. That's a great decision by Trout to go. And Tolson with 4 wild pitches. They have a chance on a pitch in the dirt to score the go-ahead run.
We haven't been told why Kendrick was taken out of the game. Beckham took over defensively at the top of the inning. First plate appearance for Gordon. First pitch is low for ball 1. Beckham hitting .223, 8 home runs, 43 RBIs. Go ahead run standing at third base. Halos today 1 for 7 with men in scoring position. The 1-0 outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Beckham. Skies went out to right center field. Playable for Smolinski. And the Angels will leave another man in scoring position. We'll head to the 9th. Still tied at 1. game. Try to keep this a 1-1 tie so that the Angels have an opportunity at the bottom of the 9th inning. They've had plenty of opportunities. 1 for 8 today with the men in scoring position. Trout stranded at third to end the 8th. Houston pitching in his 26th ball game as an Angel. Picked up his 15th save last night. A 1-2-3 9th inning.
39 saves overall this year for Houston. Street has been outstanding with the Angels and with the Padres.
Texas here in the 9th inning will have Taylese, Rua, and Aaron Sibia. 6, 7, and 8 due up. A game up at the Coliseum in Oakland, tied at 6. Not much of a pitcher's battle there. It was A.J. Burnett going up against Scott Kazmir today. Oakland batting in the bottom of the 6th with a couple of men on. Baltimore lost earlier today, and that's the one that managed the Angels as far as maintaining that home field advantage after the division series. Currently, the Angels have a 2.5 game lead on the Orioles. If they win, it's 3.5. If they lose, it'll stay at 2.5. Tomas Taylese. Couple of singles and a walk. He's 2 for 2. One and one. $27,166 here today. Fan appreciation day as Taylese fouls this one back. Smallest crowd of the week here. Last home game of the season, regular season. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Trying to sneak a fastball inside. Taylese has shown he's pretty good on a slow breaking ball.
And he got him with the off-speed pitch. Down goes Taylese for the first out here tonight.
That's a great changeup from Houston Street. Good tailing action on that. Starts the middle of the plate and goes down and away. The turn over that circle changeup and a swing and miss. Great location.
Ryan Rule, the left fielder, is 0 for 3 today. Rangers have out hit the Angels 6-4 so far. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. One ball, 2 strikes. Going back outside. And he got him. Now he just got a piece of it that keeps that bat alive. first time that few times that we've seen Rua against the Angels in which he has not looked comfortable at the plate.
Yeah, staying off speed against him. Just barely got a piece of that slider. Well thrown by Street. Great location, that pitch.
One, two, and that is drilled to left. Tried to sneak a fastball in, and Texas has a 2-1 lead.
Well, like we said, he's had a tough time with all speed, but a fastball, not so much of a tough time. That ball went a long, long way.
Yeah, it did. It cleared the Angels bullpen out and left. A second tier. Rua picks his first major league home run, and it's a dandy.
He is super quick on a fastball. Well, take a look at our Phantom Cam. You talk about getting the baseball and squaring it up exactly where you want, and you did not miss that one at all if you're Rua, and that went a long, long way. Let's see many baseballs go to that territory.
The whole second guessing as to you've got a guy that looks uncomfortable. We just finished talking about how uncomfortable he is, and you try to sneak something in on the inside part. He paid the price for it. First career big league home run. It's a 2-1 game now. There's Zibby 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Tali Feliz will begin to loosen now for Texas. Angels in the bottom of the ninth as this one shot to right. It's a base hit. We have Ibar, Freeze, and Crone coming up.
Here's that pitch coming up. We're going to show you from Houston Street to Rua how well he stayed back on it, looking for a fastball. Got a fastball. That thigh high middle part of the plate. And hit a long way. Good power he has, especially like we mentioned on a fastball.
Wilder Rodriguez is the pinch runner at first base for Aaron Sibia. Two-1 Texas here in the ninth. Sardinius, base runner, shoots one down the line, and that is a fair ball. Efren cuts it off. The throw goes to third base, and everyone is safe. It's a double for Sardinius. Second hit of the ball game for the shortstop. Puts 2 on and 1 out.
Stayed back on the baseball, right down the line. Nothing Freeze could do, playing off the base, anticipating maybe a bunt.
Intentional walk to Leonis Martin to face Santa Rosales. Jocelyn Herrera getting ready now for the Angels.
Street with so-so career numbers going against Texas. Does have 15 career saves, but ERA coming into this game 4.24.
That's going to be it for Street, as Houston throws a total of 19 pitches here in the ninth inning, gives up the go-ahead home run, and he's responsible for the bases loaded. Pitching change with the Angels down 2-1. Your board driven. Here the ninth inning, Houston Street giving up a home run to Ryan Rua to give Texas a 2-1 lead, and now left with the bases loaded. Jocelyn Herrera is the man that comes in to keep this a 1-run deficit. They'll be facing Adam Rosales. All three base runners belonging to Street. Sixth reliever used by Mike Scioscia today. A 2-1 game. Infield back at double play depth. The only guy playing up is C.J. Cron at first. Rosales 1 for 4.
Well, he ran that fastball way off the plate and in. Because the attempt to swing, it looked like it got him. But because he swung the bat, it doesn't matter if he hit him. This fastball running inside. No, off the bat and the thigh.
Oh, 1 count. Oh, 2.
That fastball after that fastball before, way inside, paints the outside corner.
Back-to-back conversations here with Chris Arnett and Jocelyn Herrera. Odor, the man on deck. Rodriguez, the pinch runner, standing at third. Sardinus at second, and Martin at first. So good speed on the bases for Texas. Oh, 2. Tapper foul. Two 2-1 Texas here in the ninth. Rosales fouls this one back.
A pretty good hack at that fastball. That was middle of the plate, though.
We're taking a long time to get the sign. Another 0-2. Slider nowhere near the strike zone. 1-2 now. There's the 1-2. Rosales fouls it back to the right. No place to put him. The base is loaded. And just one out here the ninth inning.
Boy, a lot of pitches thrown in this at bat. Herrera to Rosales. 7 already.
Count remains at 1-2. This inning started with Houston Street striking out Taylese, and they got ahead of Rue on a couple of breaking balls before trying to sneak that fastball in on him. And he homered for his first big league home run to snap this time. And Sibby with a base hit, Sardinius with a double. Intentional walk to Martin to load him up. Two balls, two strikes. That one missing in. That's a lot of signs Chris Iannetta's putting down there. 2-2. Ground ball towards second base. Beckham feeds eyeball for one. They're back to first. Double play.
Wow. That was about as quick as you could turn a double play. Quick feed from Beckham. Eyeball with that strong throwing arm. 4-6-3 double play.
Lead things off, and a nice job by him turning the double play that was started by Gordon Beckham.
Well, this is about as well as you can turn a double play. The perfect feed, the underhand feed to allow Ibar to have momentum go towards the base and avoid the slide at second. The perfect feed, Martin with good speed, trying to prevent a double play. Perfect flip, able to touch the base and avoid the slide and jump over with that strong throwing arm to complete a 4-6-3 double play as well as you can turn a double play in that situation.
Right-hander and closer Neftali Feliz is taken over on the mound for the Texas Rangers to try to finish this one up. The Angels here in the bottom of the ninth inning have Ibar, Freeze, and Crone. As Feliz is pitching in his 27th game, 1-1 record at 2.28 ERA.
Feliz fastballs, 91-96, slider, changeup.
Last time the Angels saw him, velocity starting to get back up there to his pre-injury range. The mid to upper 90s. When he first came back, especially at the major league level, was living in the low 90s. Very hittable. Has 10 saves in his 26 games. Ibar looks at a strike. Eric's 1 for 2, a fly to left, a single and a walk. He was intentionally walking the 6th. 0-2 count.
Trying to get on base. Those shadows getting real close right at the home plate area. It's more difficult for a hitter to track a baseball.
Ibar goes down swinging for the first down. A loss today by the Angels would keep them 2.5 up on the Baltimore Orioles for best record in the American League.
Oakland still having a tough time in the game today versus the Phillies. Still tied at 6 in the bottom of the 7th. As far as the wild card.
Yeah, Kansas City won, Seattle lost, Cleveland won, New York won.
Kansas City has that so-called doubleheader tomorrow. Finish off that one game against Cleveland and then play a regular game against Cleveland tomorrow.
Freeze fouls it off to the right. It's no balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, much better velocity lately for Felice. 96 consistency with movement.
Overthrown fastball there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Crone on deck. And Freeze goes down swinging on the slider, 2 down.
Good breaking pitch from Felice. Interesting to see on that slider too, especially as a hitter. You're trying to read the rotation of the baseball. You go from the sunshine at that last second as it's crossing the plate. You're dealing with the shadow and a different spin on the baseball. More difficult to track.
So the Halos down to the last out here in the 9th. And a breaking ball for a strike. C.J. Cron 0 for 3. No balls, 2 strikes.
We had a lot of strikes from Felice. 9 pitches, 8 strikes.
Here comes the 0-2. Upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Angels will head up to Oakland to begin a 3-game set tomorrow. 2 night games, Monday and Tuesday, a day game on Wednesday, then travel to Seattle and have their off day on Thursday. And we'll wrap up the regular season with a 3-game set against the Mariners at Safeco. 1-2 pitch. Oh, fouls it back. Two-1 Texas here in the 9th with 2 outs. Crowe strikes out swinging, and Texas takes the series finale. 2-1 the final.
At least 3 strikeouts in the 9th is Texas. Ryan Rua, long home run, the difference maker on a fastball from Houston Street, who will pick up the loss. Texas wins 2-1. They've been playing some real good baseball. They won 8 of their last 9 games.
2-1 the final. Stick around. Angels Live postgame is coming up next.